Hello, friends. It's the Matt Murphy Radio Show, underway for another hour. Hour number 3 starts right now. It's 8 minutes past. Thank you for being with us. Whatever time you're able to give, we're certainly appreciative of it. We have a little less than 2 more hours to go before we call it a Thursday edition, October 16. It's episode 904, and we thank you. Perhaps you're watching on Talk TV, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, or Rumble. Notice that I'm wearing out the summer/fall attire while I can. I'm just kind of getting it out of my system because pretty soon, Jackson, it's going to be cold. Have you seen the weather that's coming over the weekend?
No, is it nice?
Saturday night into Sunday, apparently there are some storms that are coming through. Last I saw last evening, it is not expected that these will be on the level where we'll have to break into regular programming or whatever to go on air to tell you about tornadoes.
So I get to stay home.
Et cetera. So you get to stay home, correct.
Enjoy my football games.
But there is rain coming through, and that rain is bringing with it. And Ken Weaver just repopped his head up in the Super Talk 99.7 WTN News Center.
Yes, sir.
I can see him. Y'all can't because his camera's broken.
Yeah.
I've got Ken up there.
You got him?
No, it's just a black square.
Oh. Wave, Ken, wave.
Howdy.
He's
How
waving
about
y'all.
you?
So what I saw last evening, Ken, this weather that's coming through, a lot
Yes,
of
sir.
rain, some wind, but nothing that would, merit us freaking people out about severe weather, but just be kind of weather aware over the weekend, I guess.
Yeah, be weather aware. I mean, we are the very lowest level. Well, actually, we're a level 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather Saturday night, all in Middle Tennessee. However, you can't rule it out completely. Small hail is possible, winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, tornado possible, but again, very low risk. We're marginal at best. And it looks like the main threat, Brother Murphy, is going to be while I'm asleep, 10 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah. Y'all will have to wake me up. Actually, I take that back. What is that, Saturday night?
That is Saturday night.
I'm in the midst of my online poker game during that.
I'll be celebrating a Tennessee win.
Will you
Also,
now?
we ended up with Ken on camera.
Hey, how about
I just
that?
turned my camera on and slowly shuffled out of the shot.
Way to go, Brother Jackson.
How about you, Jackson?
The people need to see Ken Weaver.
Jackson Williams knows that there's more than one way to skin a cat.
It's
Or
good.
kill a woodpecker.
It's a good thing I put my shirt back on.
Well, that's true. So 10 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Yes, sir.
And y'all just be weather. Anyway, the point being is that you got to get your summer clothes out of the way because it's going to get cooler after that.
Is it?
I think I
don't like that.
I saw a low down to 45, Ken, Sunday night, I think that
I
is,
love
in the
that.
Monday morning.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna see.
45 degrees.
I'm gonna have-
Highs in the 60s next week.
And Ken, a little cooler than that if you're on the plateau.
We got a high of 64 next week. Oh,
Y'all better look out. It's
They're gonna have to build me a studio south of I-10.
It's icy. It's icy nip season on the plateau, y'all.
Yeah,
Better watch out.
the Cumberland Plateau.
Always a little bit cooler on the plateau, everybody. So that's that's the reason for wearing the, you got to wear the summer gear or the late summer, early fall gear.
Shorts until December.
Well, maybe that's why you're so cold, Ken.
Yeah, Ken. Sometimes we got to look inside to see the issue.
I don't like it.
Ken, get you some sweatpants.
Sometimes it's a you problem.
You're not ever going to convince me. I don't like it.
We live in the South. It ought to be hot.
Yes, sir.
I hate the heat.
Well, if you hate the heat, don't move to Alabama. Alabama's not hell, but hell's got to be right around the corner because it's hot.
Dude,
Good.
I tell you, boys, the hottest I have ever felt was Houston, Texas, and New Orleans. Houston, Texas, and New Orleans. Terrible. And I will say,
Sticky heat.
it was terrible.
Sticky heat. Sticky.
Yeah. Swimming pool where I was staying was 95 degrees,
Ugh.
it felt like.
It's our good friend of the show, Dusty Slay.
Yes, sir.
His new special is called Wet Heat. He's got a great bit about this. No, and I can't do a good Dusty Slay. I wish he'd come on the show with us again. He's always busy, but he talks about it on his special. You can find it on Netflix. He talks about people out west. They talk about, oh, it's a dry heat, like their heat somehow better than our heat. He goes, the way you combat that is you go, well, I don't like a dry heat. I like a wet heat. I like a wet heat, like a moist heat, like a nice sticky wet. And he goes off on wet heat, like a real sticky wet heat. I like my heat, where you. What does he say? I forgot it. He says when you come back in from being outside for 2 minutes, and you talk about things sticking to you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't want to go out there. Wet, sticky.
It's better and cold. Better and cold, boys.
No.
Telling you.
It's real humid around these parts. All right. Anyway, that's weather on the News Talk station on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Just be on the lookout for some rain coming over the course of the weekend. 14 after the hour, we're talking filibusters on the radio show. We're also talking about indictments, as John Bolton has been, indicted. A grand jury, seemingly of his peers, have indicted him. The Justice Department announcing the indictments. The former National Security Advisor has been accused of improperly handling classified documentation. Bolton was indicted on 18 counts of improper retention and transmission of national defense information, something that he criticized Donald J. Trump, the former president of the United States at the time. He's former president of the United States of America, criticized Donald Trump for mishandling that information, and lo and behold, he was doing it on his own. So we'll keep you up to date with that information and give you the latest details as it becomes available to us. We're also discussing the government shutdown and my idea. And look, I don't know that it's a new idea. I've talked to Congressman Gary Palmer, who's a good friend of mine, represents the 6th Congressional District in the state of Alabama, about this for years. That when to be more historically accurate and specific, when the 1975 Byrd Rule came into effect, there was no real cloture in the Senate until 1917. So the Senate, the rules of the Senate allowed for a filibuster, but there was an expectation that the filibuster was an actual filibuster where someone would be standing and holding the ground, holding the floor of the United States Senate and talking about the issue. And surely the minority party would have the ability to pass the microphone, if you will. Obviously, they didn't have microphones back then, but pass the podium to other members of the minority party in order to continue the debate until such time as they decided to end it. Well, 1917, the Senate rules changed. Up until that time, there was not a way to provide to end debate and force a vote on the measure. That year, the Senate adopted a rule that allowed a 2/3 majority to end the filibuster, a procedure known as cloture. In 1975, the Senate reduced the number of votes required for cloture from 2/3. Now, listen to this distinction, and this is nerdy, but it's important. They moved it from 2/3 of senators voting to 3/5 of senators sworn. That means you don't have to be there to vote. You just have to be sworn in as a senator. And so what that has created, because these people are lazy, let me assure you of something. The United States Senate, and I say this with all due respect to Marsha Blackburn and all due respect to Bill Hagerty, they are lazy. And they don't want to have to sit up there and actually work. So all you would have to do is change the rule from from 3/5 of all senators sworn to 3/5 of all senators present. Make their butt stay in Washington, D.C. while this thing's going on and see what happens. You think if all those Democrats that are moaning and complaining and on the talk show circuit and well, the Republicans can't govern, and if they're shut down, and woe is us, and we want to debate the medical issues, and yada, yada, yada. Make them stay in Washington, D.C., in their cushy little paid-for apartments. Make them be close to the Senate floor. And John Thune should call a vote on cloture every day. Make them show up. Make them vote. Put them to work. Now, that doesn't destroy the filibuster. If it's important enough to them, if they really mean it, they'll do it. Otherwise, they can pound sand. 615-737-9986. In the meantime, military personnel have been paid. They were poised to miss their first paychecks yesterday of the government shutdown, the first paychecks that they would miss. But active duty troops are getting some reprieve thanks to the Trump administration. They had to reshuffle some Pentagon funds. House GOP leaders signaled that the White House could do the same for federal law enforcement, many of whom have already missed paydays amid the ongoing standoff. The government shutdown is in its now 16th day as Democrats and Republicans may remain at an impasse. But the Trump administration moved some money around and made sure that the military men and women in our uniforms, and, obviously I have a nephew that just graduated from boot. He's now serving at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and hopefully he and other members of the United States military will continue to get paid. The Republicans attempted to make sure that happened with a funding mechanism for the United States Defense Department today, and the Democrats refused to allow a vote on that as well because, once again, they don't insist on two-thirds of those members being, or rather three-fifths of those members being present in the body. In the meantime, Representative Jen Kiggins, Republican from Virginia, said, "I'm very thankful the administration recognized and found a way to make sure our military families are taken care of. Not so sure that they can do that next time around." Jeremiah writes in and says, "I guess the Trump administration doesn't know how to handle classified information or how not to go after people like Comey, James, Bolton for Trump. I don't know what that means. You need to use the words that God gave you the ability to form and figure out a better sentence." I suppose what you're saying is that, there are rules for thee but not for me? Or Letitia James, I guess that is. L. James. Well, you break the rules. I have it on good authority. The Democrats told me this, Jeremiah, that no one's above the law, not even the President of the United States of America. And the president faced 4 separate government trials, 4. And 3 of them, Washington, D.C., Florida, Georgia, were tossed. One of them, state case out of New York, a Franken case if I've ever seen one, a jury saw fit to convict him on 34 counts of mishandling payment information. And eventually Donald Trump will be exonerated in that too. Oh, make no mistake. They've already wheedled the total amount owed. I mean, it was, this nonsense about mishandling loan payment information, which is just that, nonsense. 21 after the hour, 615-737-9986. I have a few things to say about the Attorney General candidate for the state of Virginia, Jay Jones. Did you know he wanted to cancel a guy for saying things online? Yeah. We'll tell you about that in a moment. Plus, Bernie and AOC, did you see the cutest little communist in Congress on national television last night on #NeverCNN? No, of course you didn't, because you don't watch CNN, because I tell you not to. #NeverCNN. It means don't watch that garbage. It's a garbage network full of garbage people spewing, garbage. I watch, so you don't have to. And I'll report next on Super Talk. That's a radio show that's in simpatico.
That's too bad.
That is too bad. Ken Weaver delivers the news, and we deliver the music. Come on now.
Yes, sir. Crank it, Brother Jackson.
Get it up there, Jackson. Come on, let's go. Oh, yeah. I mean, clean. Define clean.
Am I going to get in trouble?
No. And now everybody gonna move their feet.
Detroit Rock City.
Detroit Rock City. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Kiss, they wanted to rock and roll all night and party every day.
Yes, sir.
And they told you 896 times in that one song.
Yes, sir.
That was the case. Kiss was a phenomenon. Ken, were you in on that? I missed them. They were just before my time.
I really wasn't a big Kiss fan at the time. I really just wasn't in to Kiss at the time.
Yeah.
I was more of a Styx guy at the time.
Yeah. So Kiss, Jackson, because you're a young buck wet behind the ears and you don't know any better.
So you said it was just before your time. So we're talking about just before the Reconstruction era of America?
That is about right. That's right around that zone there, buddy. Late 70s and into the early 80s. I remember my sister thinking that it was a huge deal because she was into Kiss.
Yes, sir.
And it was a huge deal when they took off their makeup for her.
Oh yeah, that was a big
deal. Because that had kind of, they had kind of done that.
Yeah.
And it had kind of grown out of fashion, that rock spectacle that they put on in the late 1970s, even into the early 1980s.
Well, and disco was taking over.
Oh, disco.
Remember when the Kiss went disco? I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me.
Yuck.
Yeah, that stunk.
I was never a big fan of Kiss, but, let me tell you, Ace Frehley,
I love Ace Frehley.
Come on. Founding guitarist of Kiss. Was he Starman? Is that right?
I think he was the Starman.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, that might have been Peter. Peter Criss was the cat, right?
Yeah, Peter Criss was the cat.
I got to look this up.
Yeah, do that. Or maybe Paul Stanley was the Starman.
For loving you,
Oh, yeah. There you go,
baby.
Jackson. You were made for loving me. We're gonna take advantage of disco. We're gonna try to glom on. Yeah. This was hardcore Kiss fans hated this song.
Yeah, they did. And rightly so.
And, yeah, well, that's...
Like, had AC/DC ever done something like this? Whoo,
Lord.
I would not have liked it.
The family of Ace Frehley shared that he was only 74 years old, which 74 when I was Jackson's age seemed old. It does not seem old at the age of 52, friends.
No, sir.
Yeah, Jackson?
Never mind. It was just an old joke. I'm going to let it slide.
The family shared the news through a statement saying, "We're devastated and heartbroken. In his last moments, we were fortunate enough to have been able to surround him with loving, caring, peaceful words, thoughts, prayers, and intentions as he left the earth. We cherish all of the fine memories, laughter, celebrate the strengths and kindness that he bestowed on others. The magnitude of his passing is of epic proportions beyond comprehension. Reflecting on all of his incredible life achievements, Ace's memory will continue to live on." So obviously, many folks will expect comment from Paul Stanley, from
Gene Simmons.
Peter
Criss.
Is Peter Criss still alive?
Yeah.
I mean, I assume all
I think they're all alive.
I think the rest of them are alive.
I would invite you to check out some of Ace Frehley's solo stuff.
Oh, really?
Frehley's Comet. Real good stuff. Real good rock and roll.
So Frehley was a part of the band. He was a part of the founding of the band in 1973. He stuck with the lineup through 1982 when he left. Later returned for the band's blockbuster reunion tour in 1996 and stayed on until 2002. So Ace Frehley dead at the age of...
And he was the Starman.
And he was the Starman, dead at the age of 74. Time for the news on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Oh, it's so tender. I was, and I'll be right home to you. Hold on. Man, one of their ballads, not even a power ballad, just a ballad.
Just a ballad, man.
Oh, good song.
Yeah.
Ace Frehley passed away at the age of 74, one of the founding members of Kiss. A lot of controversy over Kiss back in the 1970s.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was finding the devil in rock and roll music back then, Ken.
It was that sinful dancing music at the sock hop.
No, because they did crazy stuff, man. They, Gene Simmons would spit, blood and stuff. And, he would have, blood capsules in his mouth, and he would spit it out. And Gene Simmons... Jackson, we're going to teach you things today before Nincompoops in the news. For example, Gene Simmons has one of the longest tongues known to mankind.
That's fake.
Dude, go back. If it's fake, it's a good one.
It's prosthetic.
It's not prosthetic. He would roll that thing out. What do you mean it's prosthetic? It was in his mouth.
It's a prosthetic.
How do you know?
I'm not gullible. You're trying to trick me.
Gullible's not in the dictionary.
Hey, they wrote gullible on the ceiling.
Look it up. He wrote gullible on the ceiling. Is that one?
Yeah.
No, he had a big old long tongue, and he had, put the blood capsules in his mouth, spit it out, and then he would spit fire. And I guess back in the day, what was he known as, Ken?
Gene Simmons?
Yeah, he
was the demon.
The demon, and he didn't speak.
Yeah.
Like he would
Never
sing, but would never speak.
Didn't he do a bunch of cartoons, though, where he did speak?
Yeah, eventually Kiss, Gene Simmons.
They lightened up a lot.
Let me tell you something. Gene Simmons knows how to make a dollar or two.
Yes, he does.
And Gene Simmons, he made sure that every piece of merchandising in the Kiss orbit, they got paid for. All of those cartoons, they got paid for. Everything that had Kiss on it, they got paid for. And I think he trademarked, I read somewhere that he trademarked the, the little symbol with a bag of money? It's like a little bag of money with the dollar sign on it. He trademarked that symbol at some point, which is just an odd piece of trivia, but true nonetheless. But you know what the grown-ups said Kiss stood for back in the day there, Jackson?
Killing innocent something.
You're on the right track.
You're on the right track there, Brother Jackson.
Knights in Satan's service. Oh, yeah. And they would say it just that way.
Gene Simmons just looked at the boys and said, we're getting ready to get richer.
Yeah, we're going to make a lot more money now. Now that the parents are going through the kids' bedrooms and finding our albums and throwing them out, so the kids are going to have to save up their money and buy a second album because their parents threw out the first album, we're going to make a lot of money. Singing about, Detroit, Rock City, and rock and rolling every night and partying every day. Anyway, 42 after the hour. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Fellas, we got some making up to do.
I got a good one today.
I hope so, because it's time to make up for what was a woeful Nincompoops in the news yesterday. I made a special point to find a good one, and I hope you fellas did as well. Now, I know for a fact that I did not win yesterday because mine was the biggest downer in Nincompoops history.
It was the worst story you could have done.
In my defense, I clicked on the wrong story. That's my story, and I'll stick to it. But I'm not going first. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
All right. Well, Jackson,
You have at it, Brother
you
Jackson.
just take care of business.
Naked Florida man released from jail days before trying to break into a Pineless Park home with axe. A Pineless Park couple said they woke up to a nightmare they didn't even know happened until they checked their security cameras the next day. What they saw was X-rated and terrifying. Now, little ears may want to cover. A naked intruder roaming their property, arming himself with an axe, and doing something on the sliding glass door.
With a body part?
Multiple body parts involved.
Okay, whatever. Yeah,
One being
thank
your
you.
hand.
All right, then. All righty.
And trying to get inside while they slept just inches away. The backstory, homeowner David Dale said the ordeal began at his front door around 10 p.m. on October 7th. The doorbell rang and the motion light was on, so I answered the door, and the guy is standing there naked. Dale called police as the stranger began tearing things up outside. That pot was there on the front seat of the truck, so I've taped up the window for now. The man broke lights on their garage, a mirror off their golf cart, and wreaked havoc in the backyard as officers searched the neighborhood. They brought a dog. They brought the helicopter, said Dale. The man disappeared, but security video revealed a chilling scene taking place just down the street. In the morning, Tim woke up to find things out of place. Things are not right in the house. On the back porch, I go out back, and the shed door is open. And then I look around the corner, and the screen door is off the hinges. He checked his cameras and recoiled. He hears this creepy guy in the sliding glass door naked. The video showed the man climbing the fence, coming up right up to the couple's bedroom window, just inches from where they slept. You can see where they saw his blood and got his fingerprints. He tries the door, then he starts pleasuring himself and wiping it on the doorknob.
Goodness. Hey, what's the name of the town again?
Pineless? Pinelas.
Is that not Pinellas?
Sure. that makes a lot more sense.
Pineless. Get rid of them trees. We're going pineless.
A week later, Pinellas Park police said they arrested Joshua Neal Garrison. I can't pronounce their name. Said they finally exhaled somewhat. A couple of nights it was me sitting up, gun in my lap, which is not what you want to do.
I grew up in Georgia. I wanted to live in a place that was pineless. A lot of damn loblolly pines in Thompson, Georgia, THOMSON. So are you done? Has he wiped himself on all of the places that he was going to wipe?
Yeah, he's done. He's arrested.
All right.
He went to jail.
Ken, you want to go?
I can't because the one that I have is
I'll go.
too serious.
Well, I'll go. And if Ken defaults, then
Son of a biscuit eater.
and it is what it is. This out of Denver, Colorado. Guys, if Taco Bell, everyone listening, if Taco Bell gives you the runs, then I have something that needs to be on your bucket list. There is an ultra runner event that is popping up in Denver, Colorado. It is called the International Taco Bell 50K Ultra Marathon. A 50K is 31 miles. The race is a loop throughout Denver and includes mandatory stops at 10 area Taco Bells. Here's how it works. You have to order something as you run from 9 of the 10 Taco Bells. And then you have to actually eat the food. It includes 1 Chalupa Supreme or 1 Crunchwrap Supreme by the 4th stop, 1 Burrito Supreme or 1 Nachos Bel Grande by the 8th stop. You have to finish the 31 miles within 11 hours. You've got to keep all of your receipts and all of your wrappers. Drinks do not count as food. Naturally, a very challenging race for your digestive system, but you've got to keep it down. They also have a zero tolerance policy on any vomiting. If you do, you're immediately disqualified. And you're banned from on-course stomach medicines, including Pepto-Bismol, Pepcid-AC, Alka-Seltzer, and Mylanta. If you are able to, during the ultra marathon, use the bathroom as much as you like, but you can only go to the bathroom at Taco Bell.
Oh.
Along with one other approved public toilet along the route.
What's the other approved public toilet?
I don't know. Taco Bell 50K is, how about this? This isn't the first time they've done this. It's in its 8th year. And this year, it's happening this Saturday. They have not announced a winner or any final numbers, but they are expecting, this year's happened this past Saturday. They haven't announced a winner or any final numbers, but they were expecting around 600 participants. For the record, Taco Bell wants everyone to know that Taco Bell is not affiliated in any way with this 50K, and they won't even comment on it. The organizers say they believe that it's probably hung up by their legal team because if they endorse it, it might open themselves up to liability issues, but they probably don't mind the publicity. The event, a 50K or 31 miles, once again, you have to eat at 9 of the 10 area Taco Bells around Denver, and you can't throw up. Everyone involved in this, anyone entering this 50K.
I've got the key.
Is a nincompoop. What?
Get you a little Diet Mountain Dew Baja Blast to settle your stomach in between every.
Oh, you think that would do it?
Yeah.
That'll
Little bubbles to settle your stomach.
That'll settle you down?
Yep.
You think that Nachos Bel Grande will settle well while you're jostling
you eat that
around?
last.
No, you got to eat that by the 8th stop. So I guess that's toward the end.
Yeah.
That's toward the end. Yeah, you would want to save that until Crunchwrap Supreme. I haven't been. When's the last time you've been to a Taco Bell? College. Really?
Yeah.
I was stereotyping. Jackson. I would have assumed that it was like last week.
Nah, I'm a rare. I don't think their food's good.
That's slop. I
go there about every other week.
I withdraw my comment.
That's okay.
I just gotten out. It's slop. I go there. Oh well, it's good for you.
Oh, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with that fire sauce.
I do like their dang sauce, boy. I buy their sauce in the grocery store, y'all.
Yeah,
you can get them in the bottles. I'll say that my guilty pleasure fast food, and I haven't done this in years. I don't think I've gone to a fast food restaurant in years. My guilty pleasure is Crystal, not Taco Bell. If I'm going to do something like that, I'm going to go to
Mine's
Crystal.
White Castle.
White Castle's a Crystal with a different name.
No.
Here we go.
Ken, do you have an nincompoop?
I do not, boys.
Well, that's how we do it then. Ken's DQ'd. That's another good fast food place. DQ.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that is.
Nothing better than a Blizzard.
Fine Blizzard. So I guess if you feel like Ken's non-story was better than either Jackson or I's story, you can vote for Ken. One way or the other. Vote early, vote often. 615-737-9986. It's 51 after the hour. That is how we play Nincompoops in the news. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. By the way, while we have a moment, Ricky, I don't think I can do you justice out of Watertown, and Mr. Jimmy will get to you momentarily on line 4. Your calls as well, 615-737-9986. We did not officially revisit the Matt Murphy movie Mayhem segment, but we did officially complete the segment. I watched my assigned film, Scream 3, 2 nights ago. And it was... Well, it was Scream 3.
It was good.
I bet it was the same as Scream 1 and Scream 2, basically.
Same premise.
Yeah. There's a guy that's killing people, and it kind of, it identifies movie tropes and kind of turns the tropes on their head.
I love 3. I think 3 is one of the best ones.
That was good. It was fine. I didn't have a problem with it. Like I said yesterday, I kept expecting maybe a nice gratuitous shower scene, but none was ever forthcoming. What did you think of the Silence of the Lambs?
I thought it was awesome. The cop dismemberment was a little was something I wasn't expecting.
A little over the top?
Very over the top.
Hey, you didn't know how Lecter got out, did you?
No.
Until
he's in the
ambulance. Spoiler alert, he's in the ambulance. Hope I didn't spoil the movie.
The movie came out before
1992. 91 or 92? Sure.
It was big. It was 91 because I saw it on the little streaming icon.
Was that the one with Ray Liotta, or was that the second one?
Ray Liotta was Hannibal, and I don't know if that was number 2. I did not see any of the rest of them, Ken.
Oh, you ought to go watch that scene with Ray Liotta.
I've seen the scene where, because he
it is macabre.
Yeah, it's
man.
pretty. And because I remember watching the scene and wondering if that was feasible.
And it is.
And apparently it is feasible that you could technically do that. You could drug someone to the point where they're still awake, but they don't feel anything. Do you know what we're talking about, Jax?
I have not seen. I just saw the first one.
I hesitate to describe it on radio.
Yeah. Are we going to get fired?
No, it's not that. It's just gross.
Yeah.
It's just gross.
I didn't like saying cop dismemberment.
That was pretty gross, too.
That's so gross.
I'm ready when you are, Officer Pembry.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Could they have Anthony Hopkins?
So
you
good.
could not get a better actor to play that role.
Good. You know what you look like to me with your good bag and your cheap shoes? Ugh! Yeah! I tell you what, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to eat his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti, and I'll be back after this. One more hour to go with Super Talk.